All right, I'm getting ready to do a leak down on this engine here. We're going to do with cylinder number 6. The thing about a leak down is all the valves need to be closed, and the cylinder you're testing, the piston needs to be at top dead center, which it is. You can find top dead center using the TDC finder, or simply just insert something into the cylinder. Feel the piston come up, feel the piston change direction, get right in the middle of that. And that's top dead center. If you're not quite at top dead center and you're on the edge, the piston will go down and you'll have to try it again. My tester is a little cheapy from Harbor Freight that works wonderful. You see it's regulated down to about 30. It's actually a little bit past the 0 there, so I'll square that up again before I put it in. But I'm going to hook it in there, and then this gauge is going to move. Wherever it moves is the percent leak down. So let me square it up, and then I'll hook it up and be back. Alright, so this one's hooked up. It's a little less than 30, about 28 regulated down, and we're leaking down about 13, 12 and a half. So that tells me that this cylinder is in pretty good shape. I didn't have anything leaking out the exhaust. I didn't have anything leaking out the intake. You do hear the air hissing. That's running down the piston rings. That's usually pretty normal because pistons don't provide a positive seal. This engine itself, those are the numbers off of it. Pretty good. Engine was 70,000 miles. If it wasn't for other problems, it would certainly run a while with those numbers. Those are good. So there you go. That's just a basic overview on how you do a leak down. Pretty much applies to any engine. Make sure the valves are closed. Make sure the piston's at top dead center. Use your regulated air and set your gauge to 0. And then connect it, and whatever it reads is your percent of leak down. You can see the gauge says up to 40%. That's high. I would never like that. But the other variable here is this engine is cold. If this engine was ran hot, up to temp, and I did another leak down, those numbers should be higher.